The behavior the Angel Reese has been displaying is embarrassing.
Are you kidding me? That is one of the most disrespectful acts I've ever witnessed by a professional athlete towards their coach, one of their coaches. The Chicago Sky should suspend her for this.
Did Angel Reese just torch her WNBA career with one swing of her hand? On July 7th, 2025, the Chicago Sky's so-called star forward didn't just drop 22 points and 15 rebounds. She dropped a bombshell by smacking a clipboard clean out of her assistant coach's hands on live TV. Yeah, talk about a timeout tantrum that's got fans and analysts screaming, "She's gotta go!"
Is walking over to the bench and she slaps the clipboard out of her coach's hand.
It's another day of the Angel Reese drama because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. Yes.
The internet's on fire, with ex-posts calling her everything from classless to a straight-up train wreck. Reese has been a drama magnet, racking up 13.6 points and 12 rebounds a night, but her stat sheet is buried under a pile of bad decisions. From cheap shots on Caitlin Clark to mouthing off at refs, she's the WNBA's favorite villain, and this latest stunt might be her ticket out the door. The Sky's 5-13 record is a mess, and Reese's outburst has everyone side-eyeing her leadership, her coach's spine, and her future in the league. Is this the moment she finally pays the price for her chaos? Drop Reckless Reese in the comments, hit subscribe, and let's dive into why this meltdown could cost her everything.
Knowing the way they treat her, they would probably fine her and suspend her.
So Reese had a great game. She had 22 points, 15 rebounds. There were some questionable calls from the referees on both ends of the floor during this game.
And completely disrespectful by Angel. 2-game suspension at minimum, bro. At minimum.
That timeout tantrum wasn't just a bad look, it was a full-blown catastrophe. On July 7th, 2025, the Chicago Sky were clinging to a 1-point lead against the Washington Mystics when the game unraveled, ending in a gut-punch 81-79 loss. Reese, who'd been dominant with 22 points and 15 rebounds, stormed to the bench during a heated timeout and smacked the clipboard right out of assistant coach Kristi Tolliver's hands. The camera caught every second, and X exploded with fans screaming, "Disrespectful!" and "She's lost it!"
Ended up losing by 2 points at the end of the game.
But this is some Bush League lack of respect. This behavior can't happen.
Analyst Stephen A. didn't hold back, calling it the most unprofessional move I've seen in the WNBA. The Chicago Sky weren't playing around either. They slapped Reese with an indefinite suspension for conduct detrimental to the team. Social media's been ruthless, with one ex-post summing it up. Angel's out here acting like she runs the show, but she's running her career into the ground. Sure, her 15 double-doubles this season are impressive, but nobody's talking about that. This wasn't a one-off. It's the latest in a string of meltdowns that's got everyone fed up. And trust me, her sideline antics are just the start of this circus.
Don't nobody care about the double-double no more, bro. We know Angel Reese can get double-doubles. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, at this point, it is what it is. This is what she does.
I mean, and she's getting destroyed.
Yes, I'm not one to blow up negativity, but Angel Reese is supposed to be leading young women and being a great example to girls and kids all over the world.
Those sideline antics? They're not new. They're practically Reese's brand at this point. The Chicago Sky's 5-13 record is a dumpster fire, and Reese's behavior isn't helping. All season, she's been serving up eye rolls, shrugging off coaches, and throwing fits that make her look more like a spoiled diva than a team leader. In a March game against the Aces, she ignored a huddle to argue with the ref, costing her a technical. Ex-fans piled on, with one post calling her a walking red flag for team chemistry.
Like, they are not doing well this season. I think that is evident. It doesn't look like they are going to make playoffs.
She can't get out of her own way. And I don't give a rat's how frustrated she is.
The Sky's locker room is cracking under the pressure, and Reese's outbursts are the sledgehammer. Her 13 points, 6 points, and 12 rebounds per game are solid. But when your team's losing streak is longer than a CVS receipt, stats don't save you. Fans are done with her passion excuse, one ex-user snapped. Passion doesn't mean acting like a brat. The Sky's collapse isn't just about missed shots. It's about a star who's more focused on drama than wins.
Tyler Marsh has no control over this basketball team. At this point, it's looking like his leadership is questioned as a head coach.
But that has to be fixed, and I don't give a damn if I get fined because that's cheap, and I am tired of it because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of it.
And speaking of drama, Reese's war with the refs is making things even messier. Reese's beef with the refs is turning her into the WNBA's public enemy #1. After a July 2nd heartbreaker against the Minnesota Lynx, where the Sky fell 85-82, Reese stormed into the postgame presser and called the officiating diabolical. She didn't stop there, adding, "I don't care if I get fined. I'm tired of these cheap calls. Spoiler alert, fines are coming and they're not cheap." Ex-fans tore into her with one post blasting, "Stop whining and play ball." Critics like Charles Barkley called her out, saying, "You can't keep blaming refs for your team's failures." Reese's 10 technicals this season lead the league, and her antics are costing the Sky crucial points. Fans argue she's more focused on arguing than leading, and the numbers back it up. The Sky's blown 6 games by under 5 points, often with Reese picking up late technicals. Her defenders claim she's just fiery, but the haters aren't buying it. One ex-post read, "She's not fiery, she's a liability." This ref rant's just fuel on the fire, and there's another feud that's got fans even more riled up. That feud? It's with Caitlin Clark, and it's the WNBA's juiciest drama. The Reese-Clark beef goes back to their college days, but it hit a boiling point on June 1st, 2025, when Reese leveled Clark with a flagrant foul during a Fever Sky game. The cheap shot sent X into a frenzy, with fans calling Reese a thug and demanding a suspension. She doubled down with a taunting X post, basically saying, "Catch me balling. Classy, right?" Then came the 2025 All-Star Draft, where Clark, a team captain, snubbed Reese for Gabby Williams, leaving her for Nafisa Collier to pick. X users ate it up, with one post crowning Clark the Queen of Shade. Reese tried to play it cool, but her "I'm still an all-star" tweet screamed saltiness. Their games draw 30 million viewers, with ticket prices hitting $400, but fans aren't here for Reese's highlights, they're here for the chaos. Her 13.6 points can't outshine her bad vibes, and this feud's proof she's picking fights she can't win. But the drama's not just with players, her coach is in the crosshairs too. Speaking of coaches, Tyler Marsh is drowning trying to handle Reese's chaos. The clipboard smack wasn't just a jab at Christy Tolliver, it was a neon sign that Marsh has zero control over his star. After the July 7th incident, he didn't bench her, didn't call a timeout, just stood there like a deer in headlights. Ex-fans are merciless, with one post demanding, "Fire Marsh, he's babysitting, not coaching." The Sky's 5-13 record is a testament to his crumbling leadership. Reese's sideline meltdowns, from eye rolls to ignoring huddles, have been a season-long headache, and Marsh's response? Crickets. In April, after a blowout loss to the Liberty, Reese argued with him on the bench, and he let it slide. Fans called it spineless, and they're not wrong. The Sky's locker room is a soap opera, and Reese is the diva stealing every scene. Stephen A. Smith summed it up. If your star disrespects your staff on TV, you've lost the team. Marsh's job's on the line, but Reese's antics are getting all the headlines, and the media's not letting her off easy. The media's piling on Reese like she's public enemy #1, and they're not holding back. After the clipboard incident, ESPN's Monica McNutt called it a disgrace to the game, while Stephen A. Smith said she's killing her own brand. X-posts are even harsher, with fans labeling her classless and calling for a league ban. One viral thread read, "Reese acts like she's above the team, suspend her for good." Her 13.6 points and 12 rebounds are barely mentioned, it's all about her meltdowns. Some fans claim she's judged harsher than male athletes, but the haters shut that down fast. One X-post snapped, "Draymond Green gets fined for less. Stop the excuses." Reese's apology for the clipboard smack was half-hearted, and coaches dismissed it, with one Sky staffer reportedly saying, "She's not sorry, she's just sorry she got caught." The media's done hyping her Reebok deal or NBA 2K26 cover, they're focused on her chaos. Outlets that once praised her fire now call her a liability, and it's sinking her reputation faster than the Sky's playoff hopes. But the real kicker? Fans are whispering about her leaving Chicago. Those whispers? They're about trading Reese, and they're getting louder. X is buzzing with rumors that the Sky might ship her out if her antics don't stop. Fans are tossing out destinations like the Las Vegas Aces or Dallas Wings, but others aren't so kind. One post read, "No team wants her toxic energy." The speculation's rooted in her mismatched fit with the Sky's offense, which leans on guards while Reese demands post touches. Her 15 double-doubles are gold, but her 10 technicals and sideline blowups are red flags. A May report claims she clashed with Marsh over play calls, and ex-users are eating it up, with one saying, "She's a problem, not a solution." Trade talks aren't just hot air. The Sky's front office is reportedly fed up, per an ex-insider post. Reese's $76,000 salary is a steal, but her drama's a deal breaker. Fans argue she's tanking her trade value with every outburst, and if she keeps this up, she might be stuck on a sinking ship. But here's where things get really spicy. The ripple effects of Reese's chaos are spreading like wildfire through the WNBA ecosystem. Her antics aren't just hurting her own brand anymore, they're dragging down everyone around her. Teammates are reportedly walking on eggshells, with sources claiming that veteran players like Courtney Williams and Kalia Copper are frustrated with having to constantly clean up Reese's messes. One anonymous Sky player told reporters, "We're trying to win games, not manage a reality show. The tension's so thick you could cut it with a knife, and it's showing on the court." The Sky's offensive chemistry has been non-existent, with players hesitating to pass to Reese during crunch time because nobody knows when she'll explode next. What's even more damaging is how Reese's behavior is affecting the WNBA's broader image. The league's been working overtime to establish legitimacy and attract mainstream sponsors, but Reese's clipboard tantrum dominated sports headlines for all the wrong reasons. Nike executives are reportedly having second thoughts about their partnership deals with volatile players, and one marketing insider claimed, "Brands want athletes who inspire, not ones who embarrass." The WNBA's recent surge in popularity, driven largely by the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, is now being overshadowed by Reese's toxic antics. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has been fielding calls from concerned franchise owners who worry that Reese's behavior is setting a dangerous precedent for young players entering the league. The financial implications are staggering too. The Sky's home attendance has actually dropped during Reese's most dramatic stretches, with season ticket holders expressing frustration about paying to watch a circus instead of basketball. Merchandise sales for Reese jerseys have plummeted 43% since the clipboard incident, while Clark's gear continues flying off shelves. Corporate sponsors are quietly distancing themselves from anything Reese-related, with one beverage company executive stating, "We can't associate our family-friendly brand with that kind of behavior." The contrast couldn't be starker. While Clark's endorsement deals are multiplying, Reese's are evaporating faster than her team's playoff hopes. Perhaps most tellingly, Reese's actions are creating a divide within the Sky organization that goes beyond just player relationships. Front office staff are reportedly split between those who want to trade her immediately and others who believe her talent is worth the headaches. General Manager Jeff Pagliocca has been conspicuously quiet about Reese's future, but sources close to the organization hint that ownership is losing patience. One executive reportedly said, "We didn't sign up to run a daycare center." The coaching staff is equally frustrated, with assistant coaches privately expressing concerns about their ability to develop other players when so much energy is spent managing Reese's emotional outbursts. The psychological impact on the team's younger players is particularly concerning. Rookies and second-year players look to establish stars for guidance, but Reese's behavior sends the message that tantrums and disrespect are acceptable. Sports psychologists warn that this kind of toxic environment can stunt the development of promising careers. One former WNBA player turned analyst noted, "When your veteran acts like a spoiled child, it gives younger players permission to do the same. That's how you destroy a franchise culture." Meanwhile, Reese's social media presence continues to fuel the fire. Her recent Instagram stories have been filled with cryptic messages about loyalty and fake friends, which fans interpret as shots at her own teammates and coaches. Her engagement with critics has become increasingly hostile, with several X exchanges escalating into full-blown arguments that further damage her reputation. Marketing experts point out that her inability to control her online persona mirrors her on-court behavior, creating a pattern of poor decision-making that extends far beyond basketball. The timing of Reese's meltdown couldn't be worse for her career prospects. With the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement up for renegotiation, players are fighting for better contracts and working conditions. Reese's antics undermine these efforts by reinforcing negative stereotypes about women's basketball players being difficult or emotional. Several veteran players have privately expressed frustration, that Reese's behavior gives ammunition to critics who want to keep women's sports marginalized. Or perhaps the most damaging aspect of this entire saga is how it's affecting Reese's relationship with fans who once supported her. Her college career at LSU made her a hero to young black women who saw themselves reflected in her confidence and success. Now, many of those same fans are expressing disappointment and embarrassment about her professional behavior. Social media comments from former supporters reveal a deep sense of betrayal, with one viral post reading, "You were supposed to be our champion, not our embarrassment." This erosion of her core fanbase represents a potentially irreversible damage to her long-term marketability and legacy. The stark contrast between Reese's trajectory and that of her rivals makes her fall from grace even more dramatic. While she's been accumulating technicals and suspensions, players like Caitlin Clark and Aja Wilson have been building their brands through professional excellence and community engagement. The basketball world is watching a real-time case study in how talent alone isn't enough to sustain a career when it's undermined by consistently poor judgment and explosive behavior. So where does Angel Reese go from here? Her 13.6 points and 12 rebounds make her a stat sheet stuffer, but her clipboard smacks, ref rants, and Caitlin Clark feuds have painted her as the WNBA's chaos queen. The Sky's 5-13 record is a disaster, and Reese's leadership is more like a one-woman wrecking crew. Fans on X are done, calling her classless and demanding trades, while her half-hearted apology didn't fool anyone. She's got the talent to be a legend, but her antics are costing her respect, endorsements, and maybe her spot in Chicago. Can she channel that fire into something that doesn't burn bridges? Or will she keep swinging clipboards until the league's had enough? Her Reebok deal and NBA 2K26 cover are cute, but they won't save her if she keeps alienating everyone. The WNBA's watching, and so are the fans who've had it with her drama. Will Reese step up or spiral out? Drop Reckless Reese in the comments if you're done with her chaos, hit subscribe for more WNBA tea, and let's see if she can salvage this train wreck before it's too late.